What if the unshakable bond between America and Israel wasn't just politics, but prophecy? Why does the United States, a nation that prides itself on liberty, justice, and human rights, stand so firmly with Israel, even when the rest of the world is bitterly divided over its actions? Why does America continue to defend Israel without hesitation, despite global criticism and controversy? The answer, surprisingly, runs much deeper than diplomacy, economics, or military strategy. This connection reaches back thousands of years into ancient promises, divine covenants, and prophecies that still echo through history today. In this story, we're going to explore the spiritual, historical, and geopolitical ties that bound the United States and Israel together, ties that many believe were foretold long before either nation existed. By the end, you may see that this alliance isn't just a matter of national interest, but of divine destiny. To understand this extraordinary bond, we have to travel back to one of the oldest promises ever recorded, God's covenant with Abraham. In the book of Genesis, God makes a declaration that would shape the fate of nations. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. That single statement became a cornerstone for how many nations, including the United States, view Israel. It wasn't just about land or lineage. It was a divine principle that blessing Israel would invite blessing in return. When Israel declared independence in 1948, an event many saw as a fulfillment of ancient prophecy, President Harry Truman wasted no time. Within minutes, the United States became the first nation to recognize the new state of Israel. Truman, a man deeply influenced by Scripture, reportedly said, "I am Cyrus." He compared himself to the Persian king who once allowed the Jews to return home from exile, another moment straight out of prophecy. That moment cemented something powerful. America wasn't just standing beside a new nation, it was aligning itself with an ancient promise. Over the decades, the spiritual connection has only deepened, especially among American Christians who see supporting Israel as a biblical calling, an act of faith as much as politics. For millions of believers, helping Israel isn't optional. It's obedience to God's plan. But this alliance isn't just spiritual, it's strategic too. In the unstable landscape of the Middle East, Israel stands as a democratic stronghold. The United States provides billions in military aid, ensuring Israel remains capable of defending itself. Systems like the Iron Dome, one of the world's most advanced missile defenses, exist largely thanks to American funding. In return, Israel offers something equally vital: intelligence. From monitoring terrorist networks to gathering information on regional threats, Israel's insights have saved countless lives, both American and Israeli. And beyond defense, there's innovation. Israel's technology sector, sometimes called the Silicon Valley of the Middle East, fuels advancements in cybersecurity, AI, and biotechnology. American companies like Microsoft, Google, and Intel invest heavily there. Supporting Israel isn't just about faith. It's about future-proofing America's own progress. Yet for many, the true reason America supports Israel goes beyond strategy or shared values. They believe it's a spiritual necessity that America's blessing, prosperity, and protection flow directly from its loyalty to Israel. The Bible has long described Israel as the center of end-time prophecy, the stage upon which the final chapters of human history will unfold. And the conflicts we see today in Gaza, Jerusalem, and across the Middle East are viewed by many as signs of those ancient prophecies taking shape. In the book of Ezekiel, chapters 38 and 39 speak of a future war, the Battle of Gog and Magog, where a coalition of nations rises against Israel. Names like Persia, modern-day Iran, and others from surrounding regions are listed among the invaders. But God declares he will personally defend Israel, unleashing judgment upon those who come against his people. That prophecy has become a cornerstone for believers who see Israel's survival against all odds as proof of divine protection. Zechariah adds another chilling vision, that Jerusalem will one day become a cup of trembling for all nations, a flashpoint that draws global attention and conflict. Sound familiar? Many believe we're already seeing the early signs of that reality. So where does America fit into all this? For many Christians, the United States is seen as one of the nations destined to stand with Israel in the final days. They believe that as long as America blesses Israel, it will remain under God's favor. Presidents from Truman to Reagan, from Bush to Trump, have echoed this conviction, some even calling Israel's restoration a direct fulfillment of prophecy. But there's also a warning that echoes through time. What happens if America turns away from Israel? Prophecy teachers caution that nations who opposed Israel in the past face ruin. They fear that if the U.S. ever abandons its ally, it could lose not only influence but divine protection itself. For many believers, this is why America must continue to stand by Israel, not just for political survival, but spiritual preservation. Finally, we reach the ultimate prophecy, the one described in the book of Revelation. It speaks of a final confrontation in a place called Armageddon, where nations of the world will gather against Israel. But in that climactic moment, good will triumph over evil, and God's plan for redemption will be fulfilled. To those who believe, America's defense of Israel isn't just about policy. It's about taking part in something eternal, a story that began thousands of years ago, still unfolding in our time. If this story gave you a new perspective on the U.S. Israel alliance, share your thoughts below. And remember, sometimes the headlines of today are just the echoes of prophecies written long ago.